Welcome to the Path Monk Presents podcast. My name is Sean Donnelly Lewis, and in today's episode, we're talking with Kyle Burt, or KB, as people that met him 5 minutes ago would say. He is the co-founder at Acuerdo.com or .io, excuse me. Kyle, how's it going?
Hey, how's it going, Sean?
I'm doing really well. I love that I can just say KB. It's just very easy.
Yeah, let's go.
Well, let's talk about
Can I
Acuerdo.
call you Sean Don?
Sean Don, I've heard that before. Yeah,
All right.
yeah, or DL, that works as well. Um, yeah, tell us all about Acuerdo.io. What do you guys do?
Sure. Yeah. We are a digital orchestration agency. We believe that we are living in the experience era. We are moving out of the information era. We have information overload, and we're moving into the experience era. People care about really two things in business: getting customers and keeping customers. That's it. That's the end. That's if you are a business, that's what you have to do: get customers and keep customers. And along the way, everything that you're doing inside your company matters: the customer experience, the employee experience, the digital experience, and this new evolution, the business of experience. So everything is becoming an experience. Who has the best experience wins. And we help you orchestrate that digital experience. We help you orchestrate that customer experience. We help you orchestrate that employee experience. So we're orchestrating the various components of the tech stack that is involved in that, as well as the frameworks, the methods, and the principles that help your employees digitally adapt.
Okay, wow, I like getting existential right off the bat. Let's go. We're getting deep.
Let's do it.
So yeah, who would be some of your clients? Would you just be servicing big companies, or would you be servicing also small companies? Tell us a little bit more about your clientele.
Yeah, I mean, really, the clients that fit us most, they're usually a little bit further in their journey. Maybe they have 500 employees, maybe they have 1,000 employees, maybe they have 5,000 employees. They're a little bit further in the journey, and they already have a process, and it got them here, but it's not going to get them to where they need to go. Their tech stack is probably overly complicated, needs to be pared down. Their experience, it has gaps, it has holes in it. Customers are craving more from this brand, and the brand is still trying to figure it out. They've hired CX leaders, maybe they've hired voice of the customer leader or a chief community officer, and they're starting to look for, how do we optimize our experience? That's really who is becoming the best fit for us these days.
And so when is you guys starting out growing the company, or you've been through that process? What ways have you found effective? How have you been able to grow the company? Has it been digital marketing? Has it been referrals? Has it been SEO, SEM? What have you guys used?
Yeah, so there's really two things that we think about in this. We think about market share, and that's like the hustle. There's hustle in that, and then we think about mind share, and mind share, that's the flow. So if you think about it as hustle and flow, it's the combination that really works for a B2B services company like ourselves, because we're not B2C. We're going after these B2B CX leaders, these IT leaders, operation leaders. And really for us, it's all about how can we get mind share with them? How can we get the flow with them? And then our team can hustle to get them into appointments and hustle to serve them, hustle to serve them really, right? So we have our own podcast, we have our own media properties. We live stream every single week without failure on LinkedIn, YouTube, and Facebook. Hence the mic, hence the setup. So we're live streaming constantly, and what that does is that has put us into a state of mind, a framework for creating content on a weekly basis and actually on a daily basis, because now our content gets distributed out daily on various platforms and various podcast platforms. And what we're doing here is we're bringing in our customers with us. So we're bringing in our CX leaders onto the show with us to talk about their journey, and we've made it fun. We've made it kind of a game. So it's an interview plus a game. It's kind of interesting, and we're getting value out of it, and our guest is getting value out of it. That's actually our main source of revenue, and our main source of pure impact, fun, and we're serving our clients at the same time.
And so does the website going more a little bit more traditional, right? Does the website still work as a way to generate clients? I know that you're kind of in this ethereal realm of wanting to have the market share and the mind share. yeah, for my question would be where does the role of the website and ordinary means play into the whole business picture?
Yeah, I mean the website is that's your online reputation. It's very important, very vital not to miss that because you need a place for people to land. So you can't, we're we're kind of big on LinkedIn. Like LinkedIn is our thing. Like that's where we spend the most of our time. But we wouldn't want to be beholden to LinkedIn 24/7 because they could just decide to turn us off, turn the organic reach off, right? So we need to funnel people back into some place somewhere. And we've been doing that a couple of different ways. The website is important, but we've also found that just building a community is actually far more important. So what we've done is, there's a text platform. We have a little text short code, and we get people into this text platform with us, this community. And that does point them back to our website to get resources, to get our podcast, to get the various episodes. So we're trying to, honestly, we don't have it all figured out, but we're
Mhm.
trying to figure it out. We're trying to make sure that our website is actually a great experience as well for people that do land there.
Yeah, just to stay on the website for a second. What would you say is the strength of your website? Would it be for the overall business? Would it be the converting customers, the quality of leads, or like you said, that user experience?
I think at the moment, uh, you know, the strength of it is the experience at the moment.
Right. Well, it makes a sense, right? It makes sense if you're saying that your whole concept is this experiential thing.
Yes.
Then that the fact that you would think that the website, if you were to put your critical hat on for a moment, what would you say is room for improvement on the website? What would you see? What would you like to see done integrated into the website?
Well, so as of at the moment, what we have on the website is very general. We call it specific generalities because it's kind of an oxymoron, but it's specifically general. So, and we know that we need to expand that. We need more pages. We need more depth. We need more breadth. So we need to get more content out there. So that's something that we know that we have to work on. So that is going to look like different landing pages, various content, and just more value. We need to put more value into it to serve our clients and to
and
serve
coming
our would-be clients.
and coming back to what you guys do, just for everyone else listening, um, what would you say is the main competitive advantage to what you guys do as in comparison to other people that occupy the same space?
Yeah, so we came from a world where it's basically, everyone's selling Girl Scout cookies. They're all selling the same flavors, and you want to buy chocolate, vanilla, or peanut butter. I forget the Girl Scout flavors
There's like
on
Thin
on the
Mints.
spot.
Come on,
Thin Mints,
Simona's.
yeah, Thin
Like,
Mints, yeah.
come on, you
Which
can't quote it if you don't know it. No, I'm just kidding.
That's true. That's true. Yeah. What box do you want to buy? You want to buy Thin Mints? So we came from that world. It's very much a commodity trade, and we completely spun the game upside down. So we are a digital orchestration agency. We're not just selling various platforms. We're orchestrating the entire experience. So we've actually carved out a path for ourselves, which no one else that we've come across yet is doing. So we've almost found our own niche, and our own niche is in the whole package, the whole experience. If we can help somebody walk through the entire experience, what that does is for them, they're just open arms about it. They're like, yes, we just have to deal with you guys, and you guys suck the air out of the room from all the would-be competition and all the would-be complexity, and just make it so simple to move forward because we're focused on the outcome. We're not focused on the phone system over here, the chat thing over here, the omnipresence thing over there, the customer feedback loop over there. We are in a whole picture, but we're focused on why are we doing this? Get customers and keep customers. Obviously, those outcomes break out to more specifically catered to a customer, but that's the goal. The goal isn't to do this. The goal is to reach some desired business outcome, and that's what we focus on.
Yeah, yeah. And just the thinking about in this show I get to pick your brain a little bit. So this will be interesting because it sounds like you kind of have your own methodology and those sorts of things. So I'm expecting some really good answers, just to not to make you feel any more pressure. But
Yeah.
when I say that when it comes to marketing, um, and I say the word innovation, what would you say is the biggest challenge to innovation?
The biggest challenge to innovation is trying really hard to be innovative. I don't think we need to try to be innovative. Everything on the planet right now is a remix. So it's not that you're going to create the next new innovative thing that's never been done before. And I think that's what people like get stuck in their mind, is that we have to create this thing that's never, no, you don't. Stop. You don't have to. It's already working. Go observe. Go spend a week and just watch what people do on LinkedIn, on Facebook, on YouTube, on whatever platform that you're on. Just watch what people are doing. Watch what they're vibing with. Watch what they're liking. Watch what they're disliking, and take what works and what lines with you. And you can innovate within that. You can innovate within the remix. Embrace the remix. That's what I say.
And keeping the same theme, um, when it comes to marketing, what would you say is the biggest challenge when I say something like ROI, or return on investment?
Don't focus on it at all. That's the biggest challenge. The biggest challenge is focusing on it. Are you like, are you trying to build a business just to sell the business, or are you trying to build a business to build the business? Are you trying to build a business to actually serve a purpose, to serve clients, to serve your family, to serve your own needs, and to be there for the long haul, or are you doing it for the short term? That's clearly, if someone's talking about our ROI, to me, they're in it for the short game. And we've seen this play out over and over again. You can possibly win in the short term. Sure. I mean, there's ways to win, but if you're the companies that are in this for the long game, that are able to stick things out and see them through, those are the ones that are winning. Now, at the same time, you got to be able to recognize when something's not working and move on. That's a very tough thing to do, to be able to realize, hey, we went all in on this strategy, and maybe there's the opportunity cost of the other strategy that we missed out on. Maybe we got to pivot. So being able to know when to pivot is also just a good skill that you have to pick up along the way.
And so one more question, kind of keeping the same theme. When I say conversion optimization, what would you say is the biggest challenge in marketing?
Yeah, with conversion optimization, that is challenging. It's how are you capturing the person's attention? How are you keeping their attention? And is the thing that you think is valuable actually valuable? When this whole thing happened last year, we have this thing. It's called, that we came up with, that we thought of, the paradigm garage sale. You got all these paradigms out there. It's like a garage sale. You you put all this stuff. You have that lamp that your grandmother gave you. It's a very valuable lamp. You think it is, but you put it out on the lawn. Someone offers you 50 cents for it. You're like, well, 50 cents? Come on. Like, that's worth way more than 50 cents. But it's because we think we put attachment on things, and we think that they're more valuable than they actually are in the marketplace. Right? So what does the marketplace actually value? And are you able to meet that value or exceed that value? That's the hardest part of conversion optimization. Is to convert, you need to be valuable. You need to be so valuable that they're like, yes, I want in on that thing. I want in on that event. I want in on that meeting or that workshop or whatever the thing you're giving away. They got to want it so badly. That's the hardest part, is figuring out what to offer that is that valuable.
And so, just changing gears here for a second, I would love to ask you about yourself, and what kind of, KB, what kind of content do you consume to educate yourself and grow as a person and as a professional?
Yeah, YouTube and LinkedIn. So, if I need to learn how to do anything in the world, I'm on YouTube, and YouTube will teach me. Someone on YouTube will teach me. If I am on LinkedIn, I'm on LinkedIn just so that I can contribute to the community, so that I can see what people are talking about, what they care about, so that I can stay in on the conversation. A lot of it turns out to be entrepreneurship stuff, business stuff, marketing stuff. So there's some B2B marketing leaders I follow. I'll name drop one guy in particular, Dave Gerhardt, former CMO of Drift. He's a guy that I follow. I'm actually in his like paid for Patreon club. Never thought I would do that, but I'm recognizing that he brought enough value to me that I felt okay paying him, the cost of 2 Starbucks trips a month, just to be part of his little club talking about B2B marketing. So if you are valuable enough, like I said, if you have enough value, people will convert.
Yeah. Yeah, I love that. I love that people, like that whole discipleship aspect of things, like actually finding someone that you really respect and actually trying to emulate and learn as much as possible from them. I think that is I do that in my own life, definitely. I love that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So before we come to the end, we have our rapid fire section. So basically, I just ask you questions mercilessly, and usually this ends with you lying on the floor and me laughing. No, I'm just
Nice.
kidding. But
Nice.
I just ask fun questions that are completely harmless and nobody gets bludgeoned by anything. So yeah, you just answer them as quickly and honestly as possible, and obviously have a little bit of fun. So, what was the last book that you read?
The 10x rule.
10x rule. What's the single thing that your company is focused on the moment at the most, or the most at the moment?
Media. So content and distribution of that content.
If there were no boundaries in technology, what would be the one thing you want to have fixed for your company today?
Ooh, that's a tough question. I would want target marketing, account-based marketing solved.
What's the last thing that kept you awake at night about your company?
Content, just content ideas. That's all we think about over here.
Right. If you were to start over, let's just say, yeah, if you were to start over, let's say your professional journey, what would be the one piece of advice you give yourself?
The one piece of advice I give myself is to have patience and to just trust your gut. Trust your gut a lot more than you did. Because looking back, 9 times out of 10, your gut was right.
All right, everyone. It was Kyle Burt. You can check out all that they're doing at Acuerdo.io. Kyle, thank you so much for being on the show. We normally give our guests the last word. So if you, just as a closing, if you want to say a closing remark, if you feel like there's something that we've forgotten, I just want to give you space to have the last word today. The floor is yours.
Yeah, I would just say, we also believe in stoicism over here. And if you think about yourself and your life and your relationship with technology, think about that, the obstacle in your way oftentimes becomes the way out. So if there's an obstacle, a hurdle, a challenge in front of you, that is probably the way out of it, is going right through it and becoming that obstacle. So if you think about your challenges, that's what I would say.
Thanks for being on the show today, Kyle.
Yes. Thanks, Sean.